All right, ladies and gentlemen, dig it. Look at this. It's New York Comic Con, baby. We're back. It's 2024 New York Comic Con. It is Piercing Metal. It's me, it's Ken, your humble host. We're at Snowstorm Comics. 14th anniversary of me going to New York Comic Con as a member of the media. So Snowstorm Comics looked like a really cool booth to me. It had a nice bunch of artwork going on here. And then this Rise of the Nephilim, do I say that right? Critique me if I didn't, my friends. Rise of the Nephilim caught me because it made me think of the band Fields of the Nephilim. You know that metal. Rise of the... sorry, something in my throat. So check this out. The Nephilim Saga. Jeffrey Snow on the creative team. Jessica Lynn Verdi on the creative team. Andrea Daly. And wait a minute, does that say Megan McCauley? Why, holy crap in a cracker, it does. They're laughing at me because what's better than seeing Megan McCauley's name on something but seeing our old friend Megan McCauley herself after many, many years. Darling, how have you been? Talk to me.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, I know, that's a hell of a lead-in, right? That's hard to follow that up. Talk to me, what's going on? How do you get involved in this?
Obviously the fact that I've always had music in Fantastic Four, Elektra.
That's right.
I'm a bit of a nerd, and I love all things nerdy. So I moved out to California, and while I was working on music, I was also doing a little bit with Dungeons and Dragons, and doing some streaming for Vampire the Masquerade, a lot of TTRPG-based games, where I met my friend Kira here, who is a comic writer, and was very, very interested in starting a comic company. And while we were running D&D games together and I was DMing, I was like, I'll totally help you, anything you need. So because I really super believed in what we were doing here, this is actually a comic that's based off of some of our D&D ventures. It's hinted at. We used that as kind of a bouncing point for where the story was going to go and how that like natural reactions would be between the characters.
How hard of a transition is it to come from being like a music writer of those kinds of songs to being like a comic book writer?
So honestly, I think if you're a creative person, you're a creative person. So it's a little bit different. There is a learning curve. I think with anything that when it comes to creative writing, there's a more like world-based system where if you're doing a story, you almost have to kind of, especially with fantasy, you have to create a world in your mind that like a universe that things live in, and kind of bounce off of that, which is a little different from songwriting in the fact that that's all an interpersonal experience.
Correct.
So when you're writing songs and you're doing music, it's from your perspective and your perspective alone, and you kind of just hope that other people feel the same way you do. So whereas comics are people usually being creative together, all of their experiences kind of come together in this thing, and then again, you got bouncy boards, you can so many cool ideas.
Sweet. So now, did you start the Snowstorm Comics?
Yes, I started it actually the beginning of this year.
Just this year? Brand, so it's also your first Comic Con?
Yes.
Where's that cowbell? I want to say newbie.
So, just to rewind, it's my second.
Like, you know, at the Rocky Horror Show, they yell virgin when you see the movie the first time? Gotta yell, virgin. Nah.
If I had a piece of toast, I'd come.
Oh, or toilet paper.
So technically it's our second. Our first one was at WonderCon in Anaheim.
You can compare WonderCon to the famed New York Comic Con. reedpop is watching these things. They're gonna come down there. That's them.
I played the fifth.
There he is. It's the tall one with the hood.
6'3".
Living here for years, this is actually the first time I've been to New York Comic Con.
Sweet. So I gotta ask you, what do you think of it?
I like it so far. I haven't had a chance to kind of walk around and see everything. I'll probably do that like either tomorrow or Saturday. But I really like it. It's very different from like San Diego.
Yes, very different.
So now, how long did this book take to? Can you leaf through it for me? Because I am holding the camera. So tell me about it. How long did it take to put this issue into print?
we were working on it for a while.
Yes.
You know specifically because you started.
It took approximately 6 months because I wanted to try to apply a different type of art style that you normally see. As you see, it's a lot more realistic. It has more of like a fine art approach. Yes. And so I wanted to play around a bit and see how I could be able to fit it in a comic book format. So that type of flexibility, it took about 6 months to be able to put it into production.
That's wild. That's wild.
So, but I did the writing, I did the interior artwork, and then she, of course, was the assistant writer. And
so here's a question I think that comes with some kind of, when you have a music talent like Megan here, you know, $5 please for that. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
When you have a talent like Megan who really does some kick-ass material, any musical component associated with the book, like you know, download, here's the song that applies to this particular.
No, but we should do that. That's a brilliant idea. I have like.
Now I want the commission.
I was just about to say, don't say that on camera. He's gonna cut it.
Woo, you saw it. Everybody saw it.
Recorded for quality purposes.
You saw it.
Hey, I give credit where credit is due. Okay.
It does.
I'm on the way with that. I'm a real one.
I love it.
I'm working on our music right now, so there is more music to come.
Very good, very good. Well, we're going to watch out for that. So, listen, y'all, I'm going to let you get back to the table and addressing all these wonderful fans. It is day one of New York Comic Con, so they ain't seen nothing yet.
Ooh.
It's coming. It's coming.
Wow.
So,
We're excited.
Megan, we thank you for talking to us and seeing you again. Kieran, right?
Kira.
Kira. Good to meet you. Sorry, I got to hear everybody's name the first time a few times. All right, so hey, that's how it works, my friends. It ends like it begins. It's me, it's Ken from Piercing Metal doing that there New York Comic Con thing. Oh, where was I? Oh yes, 3 things. You got to do 3 things for me. First one, subscribe to the channel. Second one, click the notification bell. Why? So you get notified. And lastly, like and leave a comment on the video. And if you absolutely hated everything that I say, please comment, because I love to delete those. All right. Coming at you live from New York Comic Con, it's me, it's your humble host, Ken. I'll see you next time. Bye.